एक सेकंड Bethesda, एक सेकंड, जस्ट हो गया, जस्ट रुक जा। There you go, एक यहाँ से पैच लगेगा। ये एक बग यहाँ पे कहीं पे। This is just hold on Bethesda, बस almost done। ये थोड़े से हैक्स के लिए ये मॉड आपके FOV स्लाइडर के लिए, इसको यहाँ लगा सकते हैं। उपसी एंड इसका कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता, इसको हम फेंक देते हैं। ये आपके हैक्स और बाकी चीज़ों के लिए, प्लस जो आपके पुश टू टॉक नोटिफिकेशन नहीं हो रही उसके लिए। सॉरी, इससे ज़्यादा मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता इसके बारे में। So we'll just put it here, यहाँ पे, so that people can pre-order it and they can basically enjoy your awesome game. And probably हम इसको क्या करेंगे, mod कर देंगे, so that people don't have a problem with this game, and over time it gets sorted out, right? वैसे भी ये Fallout 4 का mod ही है। Now, जिन लोगों को नहीं पता कि Fallout 76 है क्या, it's basically kind of a live service like Destiny or Division. It's like this shared world experience, but it's based in the Fallout world. And people are excited about it, including me. We were all excited about Fallout 76 because it is a world setting that you want to experience, and you want to experience it with your friends. The problem is it's boring and it's bland. मैंने 5-6 hours के streams देखे होंगे various streamers के, and I was bored. मैं literally सो रहा था. Now the biggest problem with Fallout 76, apart from the bugs, technical issues and exploits, which I'll be getting into, is the core gameplay itself. Problem with Fallout 76 is there's no overarching story, which makes the new player experience very bland and very boring. Even old players के लिए भी, you're just thrown into this world. Previous Fallouts में क्या था, at least there was a build up towards you being thrown into this world. यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं है, you just wake up and you're thrown into this world. So there's no build up. And because there's no overarching story, and जो उसका core gameplay loop है, which is basically interacting with terminals, and then there's listening to these holotapes, which are random people talking absolute nonsense. The writing in this game is absolutely bad. और इतने लंबे holotapes, that is like 6 से 7 मिनट के holotapes होते हैं कुछ तो. Listening to them, which basically are adding nothing to the world, is just mind-numbingly boring.
I can't tell you how happy I was to find the responders in Flatwoods. Tents for everyone.
And उसके top पे आप track quest और fetch quest डाल दो, so you can imagine how boring this game is. After some time, Fallout 76 just becomes so predictable. आपको पता है कि quest होने क्या है. It's just so predictable. आपको अगर कहता है कोई person के जाके इस person को ढूंढो, person तो है ही नहीं, NPCs तो है ही नहीं, so there's no person. Basically, your queues and quests are given through these holotapes. So it's like, go find this person. And आपको पता है most of the time this person is going to be dead. And all you're going to get is a holotape that is basically this person rambling about his death. वो मरा कैसे?
After the bombs, everything was pretty chaotic. Scavenging for food and fighting off rabid survivors. Oh, it was just a bad time all around.
And it's so sad because the world itself, though its graphical fidelity is absolute crap, it just looks like an old gen game. But still, in terms of imagination and creativity, this world is exciting. But the problem is it just feels so empty, so uninspired, and so boring. And on top of that, there's this stamina meter which makes this world exploration so tedious. I mean, 60 साल का unhealthy person भी 5 seconds से ज़्यादा भाग सकता है. I can understand what the stamina meter is all about because it is trying to create the survival aspect of living in this world. But 5 seconds, I mean, if you're exploring this huge world, which is anyways empty, there's no NPCs, it's devoid of any exciting thing to do, आप exploration को at least facilitate करोगे. But you're doing the exact opposite. Next problem is the UI itself is so badly done. It just takes way more clicks and way more button presses than it is actually required. And especially on PCs, जहाँ पे आपके पास mouse controls हैं, वहाँ पे something like building aspects, which is actually such a big problem on consoles, should be streamlined. But नहीं, it's the exact console experience that has been shifted towards your PC players, and it just becomes so cumbersome. और ये सिर्फ बिल्डिंग एस्पेक्ट्स में नहीं है, इवन व्हेन यूर सेलेक्टिंग योर गन्स, अगर आपके पीसी प्लेयर्स हैव टू गो थ्रू दिस व्हील विच इज बेसिकली मेड फॉर कॉन्सोल्स, देन देयर इज अ बिग प्रॉब्लम इन हाउ यू हैव पोर्टेड द गेम. अब जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है इन अ गेम लाइक दिस इज द कॉम्बैट, एंड द कॉम्बैट इन फॉलआउट 76 इज सो फ्रीकिशली बैड. द एनिमेशंस पे तो हम जाते नहीं है, ऑल द एनिमेशंस आर बैड, दे आर क्रैप. हम जस्ट गन प्ले की बात करते हैं, the hit registry is off. The audio-visual feedback is absolutely pathetic. And jo VATS hai, which is one of the core aspects of Fallout, VATS is so badly implemented, it just does not feel right. And in a game like this where PvP is going to take the center stage, gunplay is something that needs to be honed to perfection. Destiny की अगर बात करें, Destiny का gameplay is fancy. Not gameplay is Destiny का भी boring है, but gunplay itself is phenomenal. So ये सारी चीज़ें को अगर हम जोड़ें, including bad writing and listening to 6-7 minutes of hollow tapes, this game just feels uninspired, unimaginative. It just feels like an indie effort, an early access indie effort. That's exactly what this game projects. कुछ अच्छे aspects हैं इस game में, जैसे for example, I absolutely love the card system for your skills. I love it. I think it's intuitive. I think it's different. I feel that's one of the good aspects of this game. Problem is, what I feel is कि आगे चल के these cards are going to be tied into microtransactions. Second cheese that I absolutely like is the Fallout setting. I just love the Fallout setting. The whole time period, the Fallout setting is appealing for me. The problem is, it's just bogged down by such bad game mechanics and such bad gameplay choices. The only redeeming quality जो मेरे को इस गेम में लगती है वो है public events. I found public events to be exciting, where the group of people are going to get together and do some public events. But the problem is these events just feel so disjointed. Next, what I feel this game is going to really shine in is in the role-playing aspects, when they're going to have the role-playing servers. Now, problem with role-playing servers is, again, you need to have an overarching story for people to set role-playing rules for people. If they're going to be private servers, and if they're going to be those role-playing rules that are going to be set for people, just like something like World of Warcraft, I feel that is a scenario where this game is going to really shine. Now, with gameplay out of the way, let's talk about the technical aspects. This game is extremely buggy. It does not perform well on any of the platforms, especially PC. PC players जिनके पास high-end PC rigs हैं, उनके भी rigs पे this game is not performing up to the mark. Now मैं सारे points को cover नहीं करूँगा. I'll only go through the points that are really important to me, that are expected from a full AAA release, and जिसके ऊपर Bethesda ने अपनी टिप्पणी की है, and basically what they've said is these are the things that we are not going to get fixed on day one. They have good reasons for it. So let's go through it. सबसे पहली चीज वो क्या कहते हैं कि जो आपका FOV है, which basically is expected from any game that is released, especially on PC. Bethesda की ये exact words क्या हैं? They have specifically said, we have not supported FOV sliders in our previous games as it's known to break a lot of animation and cause a lot of clipping. So basically वो कह रहे हैं कि हमारा इंजन बहुत ओल्ड है, इट कैनॉट सपोर्ट FOV स्लाइडर्स, तो इसको भूल जाओ, ये नहीं आने वाली चीज़ जो है. बट इफ़ यू लुक एट ऑल द Bethesda गेम्स, there are modders who have implemented FOV sliders, but Bethesda is just too lazy to implement that. नेक्स्ट चीज़ क्या है? पुश टू टॉक. अब वो कहते हैं कि 90s की टेक्नोलॉजी है, 2018 में इसका काम क्या है? So you're not going to get push to talk. Plus, we want you to interact with other people with different languages.
Oh my god, dude. I'm thinking the game's talking to me in Spanish and it's actually another player. Kinda odd that you're able to talk to other players whilst making your character. I don't know if that's in...
इसी चीज से तो आप डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस सीखोगे, दूसरों के कुत्ते बिल्लियों के साथ दोस्ती करोगे। नेक्स्ट वो कहते हैं अल्ट्रा वाइड मॉनिटर। अल्ट्रा वाइड स्पोर्ट जो है वो नहीं, वो इंप्लीमेंट करेंगे। क्यों करनी, जब आपका अल्ट्रा वाइड मॉनिटर जो है वो उसी इमेज को लेके स्ट्रेच कर देता है, सो इसकी क्या जरूरत है? इट्स जस्ट वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम। हम माइक्रो ट्रांजैक्शंस डाल देंगे, इस पे काम नहीं करेंगे। देन पीपल हैव बीन कंप्लेनिंग कि आपका स्टैश साइज इज वेरी स्मॉल, उसको तो फिक्स करो। स्टैश साइज इज समथिंग दैट नीड्स टू बी इंक्रीज। अब बेथेस्डा कहती है कि ये चीज जो है स्टैश साइज, एवरी लाइन आइटम कॉस्ट्स अस मनी, सर्वर रिसोर्सेज लगते हैं, उसके लगते हैं पैसे, तो ये तो भूल जाओ। हम ये चीज़ जो है ना बाद में देखेंगे, इसको क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है इसके साथ जो है, हम अभी इसको इंक्रीज नहीं करेंगे। क्या पता हम कल इसको माइक्रो ट्रांजैक्शंस के साथ जोड़ दें, क्या पता वी चार्ज यू for extra stash size, like Path of Exile does that, but the problem is Path of Exile is a free-to-play game, but that should not stop Bethesda, right? Now next चीज वो क्या कहती हैं is the FPS capping. अब उन्होंने क्या किया Bethesda ने, they've capped the frame rates to 63. अब इन्होंने 63 पे इसको कैप क्यों किया है? It's for the simple fact that the game speed is linked to your game frame rate. क्यों कैसे I have no idea, but that's what they have done, and there are different speed hacks that are coming for this game which they want to avoid. तो उनका solution क्या था? Instead of fixing the frame rates, let's just fix it at 63 FPS. Which brings me to another important point, that is your cheats, yeah, exploits, hacks, whatever you want to call them. यहाँ पे सबसे बड़ी problem है, and let's explore this point. For a game that is a shared world experience, which is basically a persistent online experience, hacking is a big problem. Division faced it, PUBG still faces it. All these online shared world experiences have been basically destroyed because of cheats and hacks. Bethesda का especially problem क्या हो रही है, and various sources on Reddit have come out and said that your game actually is a breeding ground for exploits and hacks. सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम इज इन योर नेटवर्क आर्किटेक्चर. योर सर्वर ट्रस्ट योर क्लाइंट्स वे टू मच. जिससे क्या प्रॉब्लम होने वाली, बिकॉज देयर आर नो सर्वर चेक्स टू चेक द इंटेग्रिटी ऑफ द गेम फाइल्स विच आर बीइंग डाउनलोडेड. द क्लाइंट फाइल्स आर बीइंग डाउनलोडेड ऑन टू द कंप्यूटर. दैट्स अनदर बिग प्रॉब्लम. अब क्या होगा कि मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल विल बिल्ड दीज हैक्स टू गो थ्रू वॉल्स टू कॉज ग्रीफिंग टू अदर प्लेयर्स. स्पीड हैक्स जिसको ऑलरेडी Bethesda ने क्रब करने के लिए वो फ्रेम रेट लिमिट लगा दी है, but that does not solve the biggest problem. The problem is that this game is so closely built around Fallout 4 or the previous Fallout games that most of the modders and cheaters have in-depth experience about working around this engine for creating mods or for creating cheats. To a point, even in the beta phase itself, within a day or two, there were hacks like lockpicking hacks that had come up. Now, Bethesda has responded to all these Reddit claims which are claiming that आपका network architecture is not up to the mark. They have acknowledged कि कुछ problems हैं, कुछ आप over exaggerate कर रहे हैं, कुछ problems हमने identify किए हैं और हम उसको जो थोड़ी बहुत ही problems हैं उसको हम solve करने की कोशिश करेंगे. The fact that there is some truth to this network architecture being flawed and those game files being vulnerable is extremely scary. ये चीज होनी नहीं चाहिए थी. इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट फॉर अ गेम लाइक दिस विच इज गोइंग टू बी अ लाइव सर्विस. हैक्स, ग्रीफिंग, दे डिस्ट्रॉय गेम्स लाइक दिस, एंड एंटी चीट्स इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर गेम लाइक दिस. फॉर अ लाइव सर्विस गेम, मल्टीप्लेयर गेम्स, these things are extremely important because it will break or make the game. It's just extremely concerning कि ये चीज़ों को Bethesda ने पहले एड्रेस क्यों नहीं किया. In games like Overwatch, I think so Overwatch is one of those games that have done a phenomenal job in terms of anti-cheating and in terms of solving vulnerability issues. And आज भी games like PUBG suffer from these cheats and all. आपको पता नहीं चलता उस बंदे ने headshot किया उसके skill के base पे or because he's used a cheat. So this is something that should be addressed day one. And Bethesda has said, we'll look into it. We'll see about it. Over time, we'll solve it. Which is extremely concerning. So at the end, अगर हम बात करें कि Bethesda, what does Bethesda stand for? Yeah, what are my ending thoughts on Fallout 76? Whether you should pre-order it, whether you should buy it, whether you should play it, I will just sum it in the B word itself. 3 B's. B को मैं red से लिखूंगा. B को मैं, let's write B in the red because it stands for Bethesda. So it is, first is this. That pretty much summarizes Fallout 76. It is broken, it is boring, and it is Bethesda. Oh, shit. So अगर मैं Bethesda की जगह होता मैं सिंपल काम करता. Either I would have delayed this game or I would have completely canned it. Because अगर ये triple experiences हमें मिलने शुरू हो गए, these buggy broken messes हमें मिलने शुरू हो गए, which are bland, uninspiring, and there's no love and care gone into it. Basically, these games are cash grabs of a popular IP. Then our industry is just ruining itself. So this was CanKicks. You were watching Mixed Up. Take care.